A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I don't need to tell you how crucial this matchup is with Miami and Notre Dame. This is the matchup that helped to decide the bracket last year. As you know, the committee was weighing who was the better team, Notre Dame or Miami. You better believe Notre Dame has some revenge on their mind as they were left out of the college football playoff last season, and Miami went on a run to the national championship game. A lot of drama here in this top 25 matchup. This should be epic. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Canes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Back to pass, it's Carr. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Again, it's Carr. Throws to the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Irish send out the punt unit. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Line getting set on second down. They go right back to it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Pulls and fired complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The run inside. It's Fletcher. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They give it to him again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The Hurricanes are facing third and inches. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Delayed handoff. It's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Escapes the pressure going right. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Here's a heat. And down he goes.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got it. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Play action. Carr. Fires left. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together. Really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Running inside, it's Williams. Turning it on. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the back. Carr. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Hauls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. 4th down, Carr. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Throwing, Carr. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Into the end zone for 6.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. There he goes. Picks up the first down. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Wow, the Canes are known for big-time playmakers. Tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. At the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Miami!
And it's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. At the 35, he's got room. Found a seam on the left. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Coming out with it, it's Wingo. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34. And what an electrifying play. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Running the red zone. It's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here's Mensah to throw. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Mobley. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. With the catch, it's Mobley. Might have a chance. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Carr to throw. He's got it. Turning it up. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wingo. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the run, it's Fletcher. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's nickel. moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Throwing, Mensah. He fires a bullet to the right. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 6 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Red Raiders coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
They'll send the back in motion. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Makes him talk to the hand. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Lofton.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Fletcher. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and short now from their own. There's a little room there. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to them again?
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Mensah. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Pocket breaking down. Finds his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
This is a designed run, and he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Got some room to run. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They'll need about 6 here on 2nd down from the 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. The short hands, it's Lofton. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. motion from the wideout. Throwing. Carr. Gets it out quickly. Oh, what a cut. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wingo. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running inside. It's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25 late in the season. Time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's Mensah to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's got the tight end. Nice move to keep running. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Throwing, Mensah. Makes the catch. It's Fletcher. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Mensah. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's got the back in the middle. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Bringing the heat. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. A run for the quarterback. Makes it past the marker. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now on the move. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
One more play to pad the stats. Here's Mensah to throw. He's going to run it. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.